passing now for the year. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks, and it's all up next.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw.
And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ty Davis-Price with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
If you're a selfish player, and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That's pulled in at the 32.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
Exactly. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Davis Price once more.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Ty Davis Price.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Ty Davis Price. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
So he shifts past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 12 carries, 65 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Geno.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. If they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. They shakes it off, but in the end the pressure too great and he goes down.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Smith now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The quick strike ability certainly. there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle as the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, it's Smith.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So we've come to halftime after a very...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted.
Now he's free at the 35.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now Geno on first down.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown.
An extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now it's Smith. This complete to Lockett. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
That quick throw there is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Take it in at the 22.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
There we go.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now Smith.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now here in Santa Clara. The offense on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
51 yards.
And the Seahawks are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Throwing again is Smith.
Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Lockett, the man in motion.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
Down the left sideline.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Again, it's Davis Price.
Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis Price.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Ty Davis Price. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display.
Purdy now to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Smith on first down.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Play action. It's Smith. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. On first down, Purdy.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What